Good evening, everyone. 10 to 5, Wednesday night. So I'm going to do the discussion ahead of the latest thing going on. Let me know what you think, everyone. Here I am. I'm doing these little films every week, but I don't know whether you're sitting out there in coronary care land, in chest pain land, going, "Oh, this is boring. I'm sorry I came on this blinking module," or whether you think, you know, thank goodness I found this and I'm going to tell all my mates and it's going to be great. I don't know. Let me know. And the other thing that I noticed is this. First of all, top class series of replies came through this week. Can't wait to read some of these essays, by the way. And on the subject of essays, I'm going to add another little film just after I've done this one. So watch out for that. I've noticed that some of you are fallen back slightly, you know. We've had someone who had serious technical difficulties and she's just joined us. Hello, Stepping Hill. It's like having a convoy of people, you know what I mean? There are some ships which are falling behind, aren't keeping up. And I don't mind that, you know, I don't mind going back to stuff and commenting on things but try and keep up, you know, it's an advantage to keep up. Now let's go through it. First of all, Aintree. I got a good one from Aintree yesterday, describing the situation in Aintree and the facilities that you're on, facilities which Aintree has got. Shouldn't have said that, should I? And I've seen this unit build up from almost nothing. I've seen this unit build up from 2 beds in intensive care, where the consultant had to do his own echocardiograms, to one of the biggest cardiology units in the northwest of England, and some massively good work have come out of it. You know, I don't know whether we haven't heard yet, have we? We haven't heard from Paula, for instance, who was one of the first thrombolysis nurses in the country and got her name on the NSF. I'm very keen on pointing this out in the lesson itself. Plus one of the first heart failure specialist nurses in the country. Great unit. But I'm going through the replies he gave there, Aintree, and I notice morphine for the control of pain. No diamorphine anymore. Is that completely gone? You know, it's not that many years ago since that diamorphine was the first one out the box. Not using that anymore. I'm curious. I don't know. I'm asking. The other thing that strikes me as interesting is that you mentioned that your patients get 100% oxygen, but you don't say whether or not these patients are hypoxic, you know. And I wonder, and I'm just asking this again, what is the purpose of giving 100% oxygen where the person's oxygen saturation measurements are 99%? What is the point? Where's that oxygen going to be going if it's not carried by if all the red cells are 100% saturated? What's the point? Now, as you point out, now all the patients getting PCI. I wonder if everybody else is getting PCI all over the country. We don't know. I wouldn't mind betting Tyneside has got PCI underway. What about it, Tyneside? You out there listening? And also, the one thing I want to say about Aintree is that this is the cardiac unit that my own dear mum, uses, and I am 100% committed to its support. So think on. Next one. Hello, Stepping Hill. Good to see you with us again. It's been a rocky road for you, but never mind, you with us. The left atrial appendage is called an auricle. Ooh, I'd have to see where you read that. It used to be called the left auricular appendage. That was in the days when the old-fashioned word for atrium, auricular appendage. You can remember where you read that, I think. That'd be the best idea there. Show me where it says the left atrial appendage is called an and communication there, Stepping Hill, that you hope your replies are all right. Yeah, very much all right. And glad to see you communicating with us. over to you, Tyneside. Don't apologise. About 50% of the time that I send an email, I forget to append a file that I meant to. Of course, for my sins, I can always claim that I'm getting on a little bit. My guess is you can't. But it's a mistake which I very, very frequently make. I've probably made it in your case a number of times now. Beautifully presented reply, by the way, Tyneside. Yes, very, very well presented indeed. Love all the colour stuff on the old QRS complex that you had there. And I thought it was a good reply that you made about the ECG signature of the left ventricular hypertrophy. Yes, I thought you answered that particularly well. What you didn't answer at all was what is it that causes left ventricular hypertrophy? And I suppose the two big ones there are going to be hypertension, valve disease, heart failure, those sorts of things. But yes, I may as well do it now. Without making another film. I want you this time around. This is an option you've got. You can refuse, yeah. But if you go into your Blackboard again, you will see a new icon up, and the icon says essay. Now this is where I would like you to submit electronically your essay to me. I'm going to send you a short film about how you can get from Google to putting your essay in electronically. I'm going to do that this afternoon, alongside this this transmission, and handing it in. It's got an awful lot to say for itself. Number one, you don't need a stamp, you don't need to record the delivery, you don't need to come in and hand the thing in personally. We aren't allowed to accept essays by email because it's just not secure, you know, and I've foolishly accepted essays on occasion thinking that what I was going to get to mark was an essay, and what comes through is, you know, that computer gobbledygook, and the student's perfectly right to say, well, I sent it. It's just that you didn't receive it, and now there's nothing to mark, and we've gone past the submission date, and the whole thing gets very complicated. Whereas this electronic submission thing is very secure. Once you've handed it in, it's recorded. There's no denying it on our part. Real good, real good. So I'll show you how to use this via a YouTube film and see if you can't hand it in that way. I'd be interested to know what you think about the essays that are already there. And start thinking now about the subject that you want to cover. I have had one or two tentative inquiries about good subjects for essays, but start thinking about it now. And while I'm on, start thinking about using your essay for a publication. Why not? Why not? Loads of people do. You've done the work anyway. You may as well get the extra credit for it that a publication brings on your CV. Go for it. Or at least have a go. Or think about it at least, that's the thing. Okay, it's 9.5 minutes in. I only have 10 minutes on YouTube. So, well done again, everyone. Try and get up to speed. Guernsey, I'm wondering where you've been. You've gone rather quiet, if you don't mind me saying so. Keep it coming. I love hearing from you. It doesn't have to be technical, and it doesn't have to be stuff about the course. Let me know about your unit. Send me a photograph of your unit. Send me a record you like listening to at the moment. Keep in touch. Keep in touch. I can't hear enough from you. And start sending me drafts. Good afternoon, everybody. And I hope the weather for you is top class this weekend. Bye now.